Say with me, historic. I didn't hear you. Say historic. Say prophetic. Say practical. Now, these 7 feasts, they were celebrated in 3 spiritual seasons. The first spiritual season is called Passover. The 3 feasts were celebrated in the first spiritual season, because Passover, unleavened bread, and first fruit, they all are together. If your salvation is not carved out of these 3, you are not genuinely saved. Now, the second season is the Pentecost season. Only 1 feast is celebrated in Pentecost. And the last season is the tabernacle spiritual season. 3 feasts are celebrated there. Now, we are celebrated there. And now, watch this. Israel did the historic. Write it down. Israel did the historic. And whatever we are being told by preachers to do, especially in the area of first fruit, it is historic. But sadly speaking, even as they try to do it historically, they are still not accurate. Because historically, you don't bring money as first fruit. You bring crops. So even as they want to go historic, they still lie about it. Because they know that if you bring fresh maize to church, it does not make sense in Nairobi. It could make sense in the village. It does not make sense in Abuja or in Lagos. No, it does not make sense. Bring the first goat. If you are rearing goat, the first goat of the year, if you bring it, it does not make sense. If you bring the food, it does not make sense. But if you look at it, first fruit historically has a practice detected by God, the kind of thing to bring, and none of it had to do with money. Now, if giving money was part of first fruit, Israel would have been told to bring gold and silver, to bring shekels. Do you understand me? Because there was money in their days, but not currencies. But they had other systems. They have gold, they have silver. So they will have told, Moses will have told them, at the first year of the first month of every year, just bring your gold and silver. If you open a business, the first profit, bring it to God. That is your first fruit. But that was not what they did. So even if we are to look at first fruit historically, the preachers are still wrong. Are you understanding me? Because historically, you see it in the book of Leviticus chapter 23. Let me run through it quickly. Leviticus 23. I'm going to read from verse 9. From verse 9 down to 14 is where the historic version of first fruit was documented. Verse 9. It says, "And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, when you come into the land which I give to you, and reap its harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest to the priest," not even the prophet. Do you hear what I just said? To the priest, not even to the prophet. That is why I challenge you to go and read all through the Bible. Show me a prophet in the Bible that collected first fruit. I will give you $1,000. Show me a prophet in the Bible, from Samuel, even Moses himself who gave the law, he never collected. He said to the priest, Elijah with all his fire, he never collected. He says to the priest, why? Because the fivefold ministry give, we are not called to collect first fruit as substance from you. We are not to practice the historic aspect of it. Listen carefully. The priests represent God in those days. And God is going to receive the first fruit of the earth. Can I shock you? First fruit is received by God himself. If you really understand what is first fruit. It's not received by any man of God. No man of God have capacity to receive your first fruit. No man of God is given by God to receive your first fruit. So under the shadow, historically, the priest represented God. And what they were told to bring. Look at it again. Verse 11, he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted on your behalf. Who will do it? The priest. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Tell me, wave it. So the genuine first fruit is displayed before God. Waved. And you understand later. And you shall offer on that day, when you wave the sheaf, a male lamb of the first year without blemish as a burnt offering to the Lord. Who became the lamb? Jesus. So you don't bring that again. Look at the next statement. His grain offering shall be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, an offering made by fire to the Lord for a sweet aroma, and his drink offering shall be of wine, 1/4 of a hin. You shall eat neither bread nor parched grain nor fresh grain until the same day that you have brought an offering to your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwelling. Do you see why I say it continues in every dispensation, but in a different format? Dispensation of the law is historic. Dispensation of grace, practical. We're going to see it. Now listen carefully. So if you look at what we have read, we never saw where they brought money. They brought agricultural product. Why? Because first fruit must be that which grow from the earth. Are you understanding me? That which spring from the earth, which is waved before God by the priest. In another word, the Bible says the priest will collect it, a representative of God, and wave it before God. Can I shock you? The day the first fruit, the genuine first fruit was actually given to God, God used it and waved it on the devil like this. Go to the book of Hebrew. That is why we are saved. Go to Hebrew chapter 10. Or maybe we read Matthew. No time for Hebrew. Go to Matthew chapter 5. Matthew chapter 5. That is why no demon can hold you hostage. Because the real first fruit have been waved before him. Do you know when God waved it? Do you know what he said? Let my people go. Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Look at what Jesus said. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but what? To fulfill. To fulfill all the practices. If you read Hebrew chapter 10, it says Jesus is the end of all things under the law. So historically, Israel brought agricultural product, and one of it was used to wave before God. Now, prophetically, Jesus became the first fruit. Are you understanding me? Prophetically, Jesus became the first fruit. What Israel demonstrated, Jesus fulfilled.